Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's KIM in the ATL. Kim out of Atlanta. Oh, I look bald in the nighttime because you can't see my hair. Oh, man. What if I do another light? Will that help? I still look bald. Anyway, guys, it's KIM in the ATL. And I wanted to do this video because I wanted to basically explain a little bit more of what I said before, in that your leverage is in alignment. And I said that in another video, and people were like, I don't get it. But for you people that are watching on YouTube, I wanted to go ahead and tell you this began as a Facebook Live. So when you see me shouting out people, don't be like, who is she talking to? With that said, hey, what's going on, Shanice and everyone else that joined? Look at Nosy back there. I don't know him, but he was nosy, right? All right, so guys, your leverage is in alignment. Here is what I mean. And I kind of sort of explained it in the subtitle of this Facebook Live. For faster progress, you need more access. This is super important because, guys, I'm telling you right now, so many people that I speak to, they don't get it. Like, you are literally like stepping over dollars to pick up pennies. I know people that will say they won't. What's going on, Zubaida? I'm doing great. But listen, there are people that will say, oh, I'm not going to pay for that. I'm not going to pay for this. I'm not going to pay for that. And they're trying to save a little bit of money, and therefore they are forfeiting a lot of money. Now, it's not money that comes directly and automatically, but it's long-term money. What's going on, Will Jeffries? Shani says, you need to be in ATL with me. Why? There are so many people that have access to me remotely, and we get just as much done. It's some people right here in the ATL with me, and they don't know. But the fact that you said that, Shanice, just proves that you kind of sort of get my point. Hey, Lynn Chisholm, leverage is in alignment. Who are you aligned to? And, is that what I was going to say? Who are you aligned with? And what are you aligned to? So here's my point. When I get on here and I talk to you about bit.ly business, bit.ly/business, and I tell you that is a new system that I'm a part of. It really literally unlocked the door. Like, I knew I had a great vehicle with my company. I knew I had a great product because I used the products. You guys saw the results of the product on me. But still, something was not, I just couldn't get past. It's like if you have the perfect vehicle, right? And you're like, ooh, I love this car. Ooh, this car is it. It's the bomb. It's this, that. But you're trying to drive the car and the car is in neutral. You're trying to drive the car and the parking brake is up. But you can't get the parking brake down. But you know that if you could, that this car would blow past everybody on the highway. It's so frustrating, right? Well, guys, that is because you have a block. It's not a literal block, it's a figurative block. And usually that block is in our mind. So when I started to see how I thought about money, how I thought about sales, how I thought about, even network marketing, how I thought about relationships, how I thought about what people owed me. Ooh, this is a big one. Some of y'all really got some big issues around what you think people owe you. And no one owes you nothing. Not even your mama. Did you know that? You just said, oh, yes. Look, right there, restored laser hair. I thought you were going to change your name. What's going on, Jeff? I'm sorry. But restored laser hair, that is the newest partner with me in this mindset training that we are a part of. And I was just super excited when I saw her message come through today, because anytime somebody takes a step in the right direction to free themselves, it puts you on another level. And that's what I mean by the leverage is in alignment. There are people, I try to be nice to everybody, right? Definitely, I try my best. Unless you come at me and put some type of negativity in any one of my gates. Hey, Latrice, if you're talking negative in my ear, or you're trying to show me something negative or gossipy, then that's when I will turn into a totally different person that you will not like. However, I try to be nice to everyone. But I have a special place in my heart for certain people. Those are people that lock arms with me. Those are people that support me. Those are people that are always like, yes. Oh, I didn't say your name. I meant to say it, Jewel. I know who you are, but yes, to everyone. So Jewel is the latest member, and there's other people. This is not a company thing. As a matter of fact, the man who is really unlocking the door that has so many of us imprisoned in our good companies with our good products and our good comp plan, this man does not even do network marketing anymore. Okay? But when you align yourself with certain people, and this is what I really, really want people to get, it makes you privy to certain things that you would not have access to otherwise. And can you do it on your own? Yes. But for faster progress, you want more access. You want access to people. And here's the reason why. Because when you meet somebody and they seem to know, if you like what they are telling you for free, you have got to know that they have literally, especially when they tell you, when they say they have invested thousands of dollars to learn something, guess what, guys? Once they have that information in their head, it's just a part of their memory bank. They don't segment that information like, this is the $20 information, this is the $100 information, this is the $1,000 information, this is the... No, it's just all there. So if you can gain access to someone who has a bunch of information in their head, then chances are when they're talking to you, whatever they know just comes out, because they can't filter it. I know I don't do that. I've literally spent a lot of money to learn YouTube, to learn different things, sales strategies, things. I mean, I've spent not nearly as much money as I spent on that good old bachelor's and that MBA that's serving me so well right now. I'm saying that sarcastically. But I haven't spent nearly as much money on my personal education as I have on my formal education. But guess what has paid me more? I promise you, personal education has paid me way more than formal education, but I've spent a lot of money. And here's the whole deal. When you are a person like Jewel Ellis, Jewel called me. Very few people take the steps necessary to take them to the next level, or they feel like, oh, this person won't pick up, or they won't help me, or they let like the enemy whisper things in their head about why people won't help them out. But Jewel called me. Jewel is miles away in California. I'm putting all your business out there, Jewel. But she was miles away in California. We just met, a week ago? And she saw my videos on YouTube, and then she called me. We had the best conversation. You know why? Because while she was saying that I was helpful to her, it was there was a synergy in the conversation. She wasn't calling me to suck me dry of everything that I know and say, I need you to help me. I need you to motivate me. Ooh. Those kind of conversations drive me bonkers. Oh my God. And I get off the phone very quickly and unapologetically. But Jewel and I were on the same page. Now, are there some things that I know that Jewel doesn't know? Absolutely. Are there some things that Jewel knows that I don't know? Absolutely. And now that we are, that we've connected, I now have access to everything in Jewel's head. But guess what? Jewel has access to everything in my head. What does that mean for Jewel? What does that mean for the other people that have partnered with me, not only in TLC, but there are some people that are not a part of my personal TLC team, but they've partnered with me in this new venture at bit.ly/business. Now, what that means is that when those people call me and they say, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I have access to not just my information, but information that I've gotten from access to other people. Do you get it? So when people ask me, hey, what do you think about this? And it could be the smallest of the smallest things. You guys really don't understand the power of collaboration. There was a young lady who I was working with on something, and just ordering drop cards, right? She went and she found a drop card source. I don't know what made her ask me, hey, what do you think about this? But she did. And guys, I was able to get her double the amount of drop cards for half the price by giving her my source. What's going on, Denise Caraballo? Hey, chiquitita, ¿cómo está usted? Oh boy. But just by her making that one phone call to me, like I said, she got double the quantity for half the price. Do you get it? Guys, do you know that the alignment, I've really come to understand in the past, I'll say 2 years, how important alignment is. And it's so important to me that sometimes when someone is offering something, like they say, hey, I came out with a new book, I will buy their book. Not really because I necessarily want to read the book per se, or because I'm going to read it immediately, but I'll buy it because I want them to know that I support them. So now when I call them, or I private message them, or I text message them, do you know I get a response back quicker than other people, or so I like to believe. But listen, I'm serious, guys. We live in a world where everybody wants to have an even playing field. They want everything to be just, and they want to say, oh, there's no favorites. There's no favorites. Guys, let me tell you something. We all got favorites. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. But you better live it and you better learn it. I'm telling you. Because if you recognize that, you will do what you need to do to put yourself in the position of being someone's favorite. So what do I mean by that? I mean, I have favorites. There are certain people that when they call, I will pick up the phone. And there are certain people that when they call, I'll be like, later. Not because I'm mean, but because I have to prioritize my time. And hey, Damon, you're my favorite too. But I prioritize my time based on I make a priority in my life, those people that make me a priority in their life. I make a priority in my life, those people that are, even with customers, my customers that buy more frequently, shoot, yeah, they my favorites. Absolutely. They can demand things from me that other one-by-night customers who never respond to me can demand. If they ask for a sample, you think I'm going to be like, $5? No, I'm going to be like, yeah, I got you. Sometimes and I don't do this to show, but there are some customers that have asked me for nothing. And just because they're such good customers giving me referrals, I give them, I will just say, hey, you want a free product? What you want? What you want? But they have gotten to that level with me. There are some people yes, people don't care what you know. They need to know that you care. Absolutely. And guys, with my mentors, if my mentor comes out with a course or a book, if I can afford it, I'm always buying it. Why? Because I want them to, y'all think people don't know. What you don't know is that people do know. When somebody sees that you are a frequent buyer, when somebody says that when somebody sees that when they speak, you move. When they speak, you move. When they see that, they are more. I'm telling you this from experience. Why do you think I said to you that there was another leader in my company who's not tied to me, and they just gave me a ticket last year to the convention for me to be a blessing to somebody else on my team? Do you know how many people have just given me stuff because they say, you know what, I see you always sharing my posts. I see you always on the feed. I hear you always saying your name on the call. Some of y'all get on certain calls of people that you admire, and when they say, hey, say your name, and oh, thank you, Damon. Damon says I always turn his belief up. Good. Now I want to turn your activity up now. I don't want you to be a still believer, okay? A stationary believer. Ooh, I believe. I want to turn the activity up. I say that with all the love in the world. But guys, let me tell you something. There are some of you right now that get on just as many calls as I do. But when the person says, say your name and where you're calling from, y'all on mute doing the dishes. Y'all on mute folding the clothes. Or doing something else. Man, say your name and where you calling from. Let people know that you are supporting them. It goes so far. You don't even fully understand it. Your leverage is in your alignment. What are you aligned with? Who are you aligned to? My first network marketing company, do y'all know I joined it and I didn't even care about the product? I joined it because there was a particular man that I was drawn to, not in any type of funny way, but there was a particular man that I was drawn, the way he had a beautiful brain, and I was actually drawn to not all of his material possessions that he had acquired, but I was drawn to how he acquired them, the way his brain worked, and the things that he said. And I was absolutely, Denise, muchísimas gracias por compartir mi video. Thank you for sharing my video, chico. But I was drawn to how his brain worked and how he was able to, how he, who technically on paper was not nearly as good as moi, how was he able to do so much better in life than me? And he was younger than me. And I joined that network marketing company not because I wanted to sell that product, but because I wanted to be close to him so that I could pick his brain. That is how you pick people's brain, people. You don't call them and say, hey, can I pick your brain? Who? Does that even sound cool? Does that even sound sexy to you? Does that even sound attractive to you? Does that even sound good to you? Yeah, please come pick my brain. Because I don't have anything else to do. That just sounds very parasitic, doesn't it? That's because it is. Stop telling people y'all want to pick people's brain. Don't do that. Oh, everybody looking at me through my window like, what is she talking about and why is she crazy? But y'all actually do that. Hey, can I pick your brain? No, silly. And y'all know, if you've ever said that to me, that's my response. No, silly. I got other things to do besides let you pick my brain. But you know what? There was a lady, y'all. There was a lady. This is my girl. And when we met in person in Louisiana last year, she said, hey, Kim, I want to find out what you think about some things. Can I buy you a drink? What you say? Yes, you can. I'm a tutti frutti drinker, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie, I sure did. And that's how you ask to pick somebody's brain. What you do is you invest in them, and I'm telling you right now, your ROI will always be through the roof. Because what, she bought me like a $7-8 drink, but the information I gave her, I was like, grrr. You know, and to this day we're still cool. Now don't think I'm a cheap person now. Be like, ooh, Kim is a cheap thrill. Not that. I'm just saying that's how you ask somebody to lunch. I told you guys that story about one of the mentors that I greatly admired. I flew somewhere to meet him. Didn't have any money, barely to eat when I got there. But I knew I wanted to meet him. Put my eyeball to eyeball. I had to meet him. It wasn't enough for me just to support him on the call or be on his Facebook friend. What is that? Who knows a Facebook friend? Right? So I flew to meet him because stop, Latrice. But because I wanted him to see me and I wanted to have a conversation with me. You can make a connection in person with someone like you will never be able to make through a Facebook Live or through Facebook or on the telephone. When you are, when you exchange body heat, put your hand on their arm, give them a hug, shake hands, that is a deeper connection. That's the connection you need. So I flew to meet someone that I greatly admire. And I didn't have barely any money to eat when I got there. But guess what? When he finished talking on that stage, and I'm going to let y'all take this line from me, because the first mentor that I told you guys about, that I joined the company, I didn't even care about the company. I wanted to get close to him so I could pick his brain. This guy told me, he said, if you ever have an opportunity to take one of your mentors or someone that you admire or someone that you know has the key to what you need to get the access to the next level in your life or where you're trying to go, you take them out to dinner. You take them out to lunch. You do whatever you have to do to get one-on-one time with them. And so when I flew to meet this mentor, although I didn't have money for myself to eat, really, I had a little bit of money on a credit card. And I told him when he finished talking on stage, I said, you know what? You fed me mentally. Now, would you mind if I fed you literally? Can I buy you lunch? And you know what successful and wealthy people don't do? They don't say no. So he was like, you don't have to do that. But okay, guess what? Why was that smart? Now, when we sitting there at lunch, right? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When we sitting there at lunch, he's saying, you're not going to eat? And I was like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm sure he knew I didn't have no money for both of us to eat. But guess what? I didn't come there to eat food. I came there to like I said, eat mentally, feed my brain mentally. I wanted access to him, and I needed access to him one-on-one. Now, was the little, I think I spent less than $50 on some salmon. Okay, it was like $50 on some salmon and some rice and some vegetables. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Do you know why? Because this man charges $2,000 an hour for consulting. So really, I'm not good at math, but I didn't spend $50. I really saved $2,000 minus $50. Do you get it? And I remember our conversation because I really was struggling with something. I was really struggling with something. And I asked him for clarification and for clarity on how I could get past this barrier. And he gave me the answer. Not directly. But my point is, it was worth it. The plane trip was worth it. I flew there and I didn't even know where I was going to stay. The plane trip was worth it. The unknowns were worth it. The meal was worth it. Mm-hmm. Everything was worth it. And do you guys know that was my first time meeting him in person. And every time I've seen him after that, he's been like, hey, Kim, you doggone right he know my face because I bought him some salmon. But no, seriously, guys, I'm not saying you got to go around buying everybody everything, but I'm saying it's the smallest. You don't worry about what you can't do. You do what you can do. But be realistic in what you can do, because some of y'all like, I can't do that, and you're straight out lying. You lying. And then when I call you on it, you be like, why you acting like that? I'm acting like that because you lying. And you want me to buy your lie and help you keep losing. And I'm not going to do it. So if you're not going to invest in yourself, then I always say, don't ask me to invest in you. What I mean by that is, if you're not going to invest in yourself with your money, if you say you want something, you want to lose weight, or you want to free yourself from your job, do not ask me to invest with you with my time. Because you're like, I didn't ask you to invest nothing. No, my time is very valuable. So once you say I can't afford it, guess what? We're not gonna sit on what we still on the phone for. Good, don't. Click, bye. Because I only want to talk to people that are not worth. What did I say? Don't ask yourself this, ask yourself that to make your wallets fat, right? Did y'all see that video? So don't say, can I afford to buy this? Say, can I not afford to buy this? If you just change the way you frame, change your frames. If you change your frames, you'll change everything. Everything. So, again, guys, your leverage is in alignment. Start paying attention to who you are aligned to. If you find somebody out there and their message, their way of articulating themselves resonates with you on a certain level to your core, to where you feel like that person can help you achieve your breakthrough, do whatever you gotta do to get closer to them, even if it doesn't actually make sense in that point in time. You get closer to that person, because that person is going to get you closer to other people that help them get to where they are now, which is where you want to be. People have to know who you are. You cannot just fade into the background. You can't be a part of the wallpaper and expect to stand out. That's just asinine, right? Oh my gosh. So guys, one of my favorite mentors ever. Yes, leverage is in the alignment. If you want to get, and people tell me all this time, I'm just going to figure it out. Again, you lying. You ain't going to figure it out. Because guess what? If you could figure it out, you would have figured it out by now. You wouldn't even be in this situation. So stop saying you're going to figure it out. How you going to figure it out? With your understanding? The understanding that got you in this mess in the first place? Can you change? Yes. But if you're going to figure it out by yourself, it's going to take a long behind time. And you know that because it's already taken a long time. So, if you want faster progress, you need more access. You can learn from your mistakes, or you can learn from the mistakes of your mentors. You want to start getting some mentors in your life. You want to gain access to them. You want to just very, very, very small things make big differences. Little steps go a long way. Okay, and speaking of long, of course, I'm going to sound off with my regular message. I didn't mean for this video to go this long, but oh well, y'all know me by now. Anyway, all right, Latrice said, leaders love when people reach out and ask to help, such as sharing on a call, doing intros. Absolutely, that is another way too, Latrice, absolutely. You make yourself known. You make yourself known. I mean, I really am not the most vocal person in real life. I'm a shy person, meaning I'm not going to walk in a place and be like, hey, the life of the party here. Ooh, ooh. That's not me. I do well one-on-one. I do well in small groups. YouTube, Facebook Live, that doesn't bother me because I really feel like I'm talking to myself, and I do that all the time anyway. But I'm not one to really put myself out there. Normally, leave me alone, Damon. I do say that in all my videos. I'm trying to speak shorter and be more succinct because that's what successful people do. But my point is, I'm not one to normally just walk up and be like, oh, like, you know, the mouth of the South or whatever. But I put myself out there for my business because I know that's going to get me to my goals so much quicker. You can't be an unknown and have people know you. And if nobody knows you, how they going to do business with you? How they going to join you? How they going to anything with you? They don't know you. So I seek to not only make myself known, but I seek to make myself a favorite. Do I want to be everybody's favorite? No, I do not. But there are certain people that I want to make sure that you know my name. And that's what I seek to do. So you should be doing the same thing. All right, posting in groups. Yeah, I do that well. Thank you, Latrice. I like how you just come on my Facebook Live and talk about all the things that I do so great. You're good for the ego. Keep it coming. All right, no. All right, so guys, listen. If you want to know more about what I'm talking about, again, this has nothing to do with my company in the sense that you do not have to be in my company to be a part of it. You don't have to be a part of my team to be a part of it. As a matter of fact, I've got some people that are in my company but a part of other teams to lock arms with me to learn from this money master who really helped me just, again, change my frame, the way that I think about money, the way I think about sales, the way I think about network marketing, the way I think about leverage. I used to say, I just want to make money. I want to make money. Ooh, I want to make money. Ooh, I want to. That's so hard. But you know what's easy? When you learn it, making money multiply. See? Instead of focusing on making money, Start focusing on how to make money multiply. And this person is someone that can tell you. So it's going down, y'all, in like 15 minutes. Ooh, I got to get home. It's going down at 10 o'clock. Look on my page because I will be sharing a preview of what we doing over there in, oh, thank you, Latrice, hearts and likes. You are the hype man. You my, what's that? Yeah. What's that? Yeah, man. Lil John. You my Lil John. All right. You know I'm in the ATL, so I got to rep. But yeah, guys, it is going down. Look on my page in about 10 minutes. I'm going to share with you some information how you can get on a free call tonight by my favorite money master mentor, okay? And you want to be on this call. There's not going to be a replay. Well, actually, there is a replay, but it's only for those of us that are in the private community, the private club that you can be a part of if you go on over to bit.ly/business is business. Business is business. Are you about your business? I'm about my business. All right, let me go because this is like a 40-minute Facebook Live and everybody at the Quick Trip is looking at me crazy. But what's new? Bye.